Hi guys, welcome to my life as I live it. My name is Kenna and I am your favorite Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. So if this is the first time you're seeing my face, you're kindly welcome. You're really welcome. Please take a glass of water, take a cup of juice, because today we're going to be having a story time. So like I said, if this is the first time you're on this channel and you're wondering like what goes on here, what do we do on this channel, I do a lot of vlogs. I vlog about my daily life in Cameroon, life as a mom of 3. I also do a lot of sit down chit chat videos like this one today, where I give you my unpopular opinions on different things. I talk about different hot topics, and I also do story times. So if you're interested in any of these things, just keep watching, because today we are going to be having a beautiful story time. So like I said, we're going to be having a story time, and yes guys, today I will be doing a nanny horror story. I know I have a lot of funny nanny stories on this channel, scary nanny stories on this channel. So if you're interested in that, just go to my story time. You're going to find a lot of stories there, but today I'll be talking about a nanny story. I'll be talking about the nanny I had before, the one that I have had in my house now for at least, is it 7 months or so. So yes guys, the last time I talked about a nanny on here, I think it was in April last year, and that's when the nanny I had, a nanny was introduced to me. She made just 24 hours, less than 24 hours, let's say 8 working hours or 10 working hours, and she was like, "Madam, I cannot work for you, I cannot do this, I cannot do this anymore." So I felt really bad, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want these young girls anymore. I have worked a lot with so many young girls. I don't want a young girl anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and go in for a mama, because it's like na mama that can't win. Because I just noticed that a lot of these young girls, when they come, sometimes they're fine, sometimes they want to compare with me. They're like, this my size as well was not helping, because some of them come, they are bigger than me in size. Some of them come, they feel like I'm younger than them, or I'm really young, so they start feeling like we're friends, we're mates, and just things like that. So I was just like, you know what, I'm done with this young girl life. I want an older nanny. So a lot of people also tell me, oh okay, nah, it's because those young girls, they're too this, they're too. So I was just like, it's okay, let's try an older person. And it was not the first time I was trying an older person. I've worked with like 3 older or 2 older people before. So I was like, see, I'm tired of these young girls and their wahala. I want somebody who comes to work and works. Like, that's what I think when it comes to these older people. I feel like an older person is more responsible. She knows that if I'm coming here to work, I will work before I sleep or do anything. But the younger girls, sometimes if they come and I'm watching a movie, they want to sit and watch a movie. If they come, they have not finished their work, they want to go and stroll and talk to people and things like that. And that's always one of my problems. So I was just like, let me just go for the older woman, whom I don't have to be telling her every day, you have to do this, you have to do this. She knows what she's supposed to do, and she's just going to go ahead and do it. Dreaming. Anyway, so yeah guys, I had talked to my landlady, because my landlady and I share fence. I've said that to here a couple of times. So I talked to my landlady because I've seen this woman who worked for my landlady. My landlady had told me that this woman has been working for her for almost, why is Karen calling me? Okay, so I spoke to my landlady, and my landlady was like, okay, since you have seen the woman that works for me and you feel like she's good enough, okay, talk to the woman. So I went ahead and I talked to the woman, and I just explained to her that, see mama, I've suffered when it comes to nannies. I've suffered some come and go. Like, I'm tired. I just want somebody that will come with a level head and sit in my house. Let's work together. That's all I want at this point. So she was like, okay, no problem. I was like, mama, yes, I've suffered. Please, we'll look for somebody that is just like you, because she has been working for my landlady for almost 20 years. And I just always like this when I see nannies that have worked with people for so long, they become family and things like that. So I was like, oh my god, I would be so happy if you can look for somebody that is just like you to come and work for me. So she was like, worry not, I'm going to look for somebody. After like 3 days, she now reached out to me, and she was like, oh, I've seen somebody and I would like to come with her to your house. I was like, oh my god, please bring her. So on that given day, she came with this woman, and when I saw the woman, this tall, dark, beautiful woman, when I opened the gate, she was like, the smile on her face, guys, she just smiled. I was just like, oh my god, this is the energy I want. This is the kind of person I want that will come and be smiling in my house. Because I was tired. You have some nannies, they come, they don't smile. They don't smile with you, they don't smile with your kids. I was just like, please. So I'm happy that I've had this type of one. I beg, it should end like this. So she came, the lady left her and went. So we discussed about the job. I just told her what she's supposed to do. I told her everything, and she was just like, okay ma, it's okay. We talked about the price. She did not stress me. She was like, okay, it's okay, so nice. It's okay. So I was like, okay, no problem, then you can begin on Monday. She was like, okay, I thought she would leave now. Now she was like, mommy, please, where's your broom? I was like, what do you want to do with my broom? She was like, no, she wants to sweep. See, that man took the broom, swept my house, swept inside, swept outside, went and started reading. I was like, Mama, I beg, oh, it's okay, leave it, you can come on Monday. She was like, no, I've already told her she's working now, so she can just start working. Hey, I was like, Jesus, hey, who did I hire? I was excited, guys. I was happy. I was like, finally, I have gotten somebody whom I don't have to say, do this, do this, do this. She has really seen that this place is not looking that tidy, so she's just doing it. I was excited, guys, and that's how she started working. So you know the way it goes. When somebody starts working with you, it actually takes time. It really takes time before you get to understand their character and all that. So when she started working, I'll notice little things here and there, but for me it was not a big deal. And see, guys, at this point, I was at that point where I was just like, you see, I am tired of changing nannies. You see this woman, if she likes, she does and undoes. I will keep her in my house. She's not going anywhere. I am not ready to get rid of a nanny. I am tired of getting rid of nannies. I am tired of changing nannies left to right, front to center. I am tired. So whatever this woman does, I am going to keep her in my house. So I feel like, to an extent, this woman caught on to this. Maybe when people walk in your house, they hear what you're saying. She had probably, I was saying that to everybody. She probably heard me say that on the phone, or she heard me tell my husband, or tell my relatives, or people who come to my house. But I was at that point, I was just like, I don't want to change anybody. I'm tired of changing people, because even for security reasons, it's a bad idea for you to constantly change people like that, because you don't know who is coming into your house. You don't know what they do when they leave. And so I was just like, I'm done. So this woman started working for me, and guys, it was yeah, my main problem with this woman, for everything that happened between both of us, my main problem with this woman was that, see guys, if you come to work in my house, I always say it on the very first day, I always tell you, you see these 3 musketeers, you see these 3 children, these are the people you are here for. Take care of my children. Like, if I come to my house, my children have eaten, they are clean, they are okay, I can ignore some things that you have not done. But if you don't take care of my children, I'll have a problem. And that is where my main problem was with this woman, because first of all, see guys, she could clean and even scrub your walls, clean everywhere. You come to my house is spotless. But guess what? She would not take care of my kids. She had a problem with it. When it was time, because in my house you bathe the kids before you go, when it was time to bathe the kids in the evening, she was so mad. She would scream at the kids. She hated taking care of the kids, even to go and pick them from school, guys. I've said it here a couple of times, the children's school from my house is just 10 minutes. If you're walking really slow, if you're walking fast, you can even take 5 to 6 minutes to walk and go there. So what I normally do with nannies is that the nanny will normally walk and go to school, and then take a bike and come back, especially during the dry season with all the sun. My kids, I don't want them to stress under the sun, so you can stroll and go, and then you take a bike to come back. Okay, that's what I always do. But when it's my day to go, guys, I said it here so many times, I'm lazy. I shall not be trekking to the school. So majority of the time, if I'm the one to go and take the kids, I usually take a bike, go and come. So this woman asked me, like, Madam, why is it that you're asking me to stroll and go, but you pay a bike to go and pay a bike to come back? I was like, wow, like, I did not know that I have to be explaining myself to my nanny. Like, she had a problem with that. She was always so mad when it's 12 o'clock for her to go and take Monique or Myra. She will be to go and take, at that point it was Monique, to go and take Monique from school. She gets so grumpy, she gets so angry. I was like, I just used to ignore it. Like, even if you're angry, it's your work, you shall do it. So she would do it, but she was very grumpy. Sometimes she comes back from home, because for me, when you take the kids, you come back, you put their food. I've already cooked. My job is to cook. I cook the food. When you come back, I've kept my husband's food. You just have to go in, put the kids' food. Like, she'll come back with the kids. Sometimes she'll never even take their uniforms off. She doesn't want to feed them. She doesn't want to change them. She just leaves them there and just goes and sits down. And I will talk, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is annoying me. See guys, even if I am going out, right? If I go out, I've already cooked, food is in the pot, I've removed my husband's food and I've kept aside, and I don't tell her, when you come back from school with the kids, feed them. That woman will sit there, right? She will sit there and she will not feed them. I had like so many situations where I would go out. You know, sometimes you get up in the morning, I go up very early in the morning to go and do something, and then I get caught up, right? And I don't come back on time. I come back at around 1 p.m. Excuse me, that woman, she will not think that, oh, let me give these kids even snacks or yogurt or something for them to eat. She leaves the kids hungry. The kids are crying, and she sits there and she tells them, your mother did not give people something to eat, so people should sit there, cry. When she comes back, she'll give you something to eat. And it used to hurt me so much, because I'm like, Even the littlest nanny, that the 15-year-old girl I had in my house, if she sits and she says that, oh my god, mommy is not coming, there's always something in the freezer, there are always snacks. The child would take something and give the kids to eat while waiting for me. But that woman was never like that. The woman is like, she's not giving anything, I should wait and come. It used to hurt me so much, because guys, see, if you want to break me, those, you see those children, that's my breaking point. So it used to hurt me so much. Like, why do you not like taking care of the kids? She would clean, she prefers to clean and wash and do anything. But I was like, auntie, it's not helping me in any way, because my house doesn't have work like that. I say it all the time, my house doesn't have work like that. The washing machine is there, you're not washing clothes by hand, you're not ironing clothes, because the second they get dry, the majority of the clothes you fold it. It's just a few that you actually iron, those wrinkles, my husband's shirts, and just a few things. So you think that I brought you to my house to be doing these things? You think I could not do these things? My problem is my kids. But the woman, she was not having it. And then one thing that she also used to do that used to pain me, guys, is that, you know, the way you could go out and then something comes up, an unforeseen circumstance, and they call you like, oh please just wait 1 hour, I'm coming, I'm sorry, I'm running out of time, or traffic, it could be anything, and you call her, you're like, please, so I'm so sorry ma, I'm coming, no, I'm coming, please just wait for me, I'm coming. See guys, you know what she used to do? She would wash my babies, right, carry her back, wear my kids clothes, and then they stand on the gate and they're waiting for me. Like, the whole neighborhood has to know that, oh, Kenna has gone somewhere, she has wasted time. So, oh my god, see guys, this one used to really piss me off. I would talk to her, but she kept doing it. Like, each time I go out and then something ties me, and the funny thing is, I don't go out that much, so it happens like once in a while. But once in a while, if that happens, auntie will carry my children, bathe them, stand outside. Sometimes they'll even sit on the, oh my god, see, it was always such an annoying sight. And I'm like, why would you do this? I thought that a mama, let me not say that it's just a mama, that woman has 6 children. I was like, at least you have motherly instinct. But I feel like to an extent that woman did not have her any motherly instinct. So those were just the little things, those were just the little things that were happening, guys. And I was just like, you know what, if this woman, like, she doesn't take care of my children, I'll keep talking to her, I'll keep correcting her, I'll keep telling her. The way she would scream at Kaden, guys, the way she used to scream at my kids, you would feel that she's screaming at an adult. I can remember there was this time that I was on the phone, I was talking to a friend, and I heard her, she was screaming at Kaden, screaming, oh la tipsy, tu voulais être un voleur, tu fais comme un voleur. Like, she used to talk so harsh to my kids. And my friend was on the phone, and my friend was like, excuse me, Kenna, who is that woman in your house shouting at? Is she shouting at Kaden, or is one big man? I was like, mama, it's kids, no, it's a little kids that shouts that like that. So the way she used to talk to the kids, and you know the way kids are, my kids used to disturb her because they understood that she gets really agitated easily. I know kids will push her button, so kids will push her button, she would be screaming. I was just like, oh my god, my house was a war zone. But I was like, you know what, if this mama, like, she undoes, that's her problem, I will keep her like, I will keep her here. So we just kept going and going, and I just noticed that as the days were going by, guys, this woman started disrespecting me, and disrespecting me real good. Yeah, and I could not understand why. So I was like, what's happening? And I just noticed that when it got to a point that I could not tell her to do something. If I tell her to do something, she grumbles, she sighs, you call her, she doesn't respond. I was just like, what is going on? Like, she was just being really rude and really disrespectful. If I sent her on an errand, she grumbled. I was like, oh my god, at this point we'd been together like 7 months. I'd been taking it for like 7 months. So I can remember the day where all the wahala actually finally kicked off was with all this disrespect. I kept pushing it aside. So there was this day my brother was here with his wife Blessing and the baby Krista. They were here on a visit or something, I can't remember, but they slept here. So I woke up early in the morning. I went to the market to buy food to cook. So I wanted to cook Eru. I went to the market. I came back. So when I came back, I noticed that she had bathed Monica and Myra, because I saw Monica and Myra in the parlor, but I did not see Kaden. So I got into the house and I was like, Ma, did you bathe Kaden? Because I've seen Monica and Myra. My god, guys, it's the way the woman screamed at me. She was just like, so you think that I'm a baby? You think that I'm a child? Will I go and bathe Monica and Myra and not bathe Kaden? And I was like, excuse me, where is this coming from? Like, where is this one coming from? She was like, no, I don't think that she's a child. She knows that she's supposed to bathe both of them. I was just like, auntie, stop it, hold it there. You have been disrespecting me, you've been talking anyhow to me, and I've been taking it. But you see, today I'm not even up for it. I'm not even in the mood. What the heck is going on? Why are you talking to me like that? Are you my mother? Even my mother will not talk to me like that. My mother respects me. Don't talk to me like that. I'm not your child. I'm not your child. You're not my mother. Don't try it. When I did that, my brother was in shock. Everybody was in shock. They were just like the woman just gave an attitude the whole of that day. So she went. The next day she came to work, and guys, I also had a problem with her about timing, because she had to start work at 8, but she'll come some days at 9, 9:30, 10. Like, she came when she wanted. When you talk, she'll start telling you, oh no, I had this issue, but I'm like, if you have an issue, you have to call and tell me. You don't know whether I have my own plans, you don't know what I have going on, so you cannot do that. So she kept doing it. So the next day she came, and I'm sure I've said it here before, there are certain times that in my house we all sleep in my room, especially when places are too hot. We have an AC in my bedroom. I don't like the kids sleep with the fan, so we sleep in my bedroom. We bring one of the mattresses, we put it on the floor, and we all just sleep in the room. So that was one of those days we slept there. And when that happens every morning, when I get up and I'm doing breakfast, my husband gets up and takes the mattress back to the room, to the stranger's room. So on that day, my husband got up late, so my husband was in a hurry. We overslept. I was also in a hurry. I got up. I was struggling to go and make breakfast, so I got up at 6. Is it 6 to 7? I just ran into the kitchen. I never came back into my bedroom. I just went ahead, did breakfast, prepared the kids to school. We went and dropped them off. I came back. I just came and I started cooking. So I did not get back into my bed. So at that 11 o'clock, guys, I now said, let me come and take my bath and freshen up. I finished. As I was entering, I saw that mattress on the floor, guys. This one had come to work, yes, and she said she had cleaned. Like, you know the way a room can be with an extra mattress. My room is first of all small, so it's only like a small place like this where you can pass with your legs. So she has come and swept every place. She left the mattress there and she went. I was like, my God, what is going on here? I stood in the bedroom and I called her. Ma, come now. She did not come. She answered, but she did not come. So I stood in the room waiting. Like, normally when you call her, she comes and they tell her why you're calling her. She did not come. I went to the corridor, because inside my head I was like, maybe she did not hear. Maybe I thought she heard, but she did not hear. I went to the corridor. I stood there. I called her, Ma. I came back into my room and waited. Like 5 minutes, she didn't come. I went back now. I went to the kitchen and I'm like, Ma, excuse me, did you not hear me call you? She was like, she heard me now, and she answered. I was like, since when do I call you and you don't come? I call you and you sit where you are. She was like, but she came to the corridor and she did not see me there. I was like, if I call you, you hear me calling, you have to look for me where I am. But see, please, in this whole explanation, people should come and tell me where you feel like maybe I was being unreasonable or she was being unreasonable, because like I said, I always like to see, I always like a very balanced situation. After she said that, I was just like, anyway, it's okay, I've come and met you, no problem, but when I call you, you have to come, you know that. I started asking her, like, why is that mattress still there? She was like, so why did me or my husband not pack it when we used it? And I was like, hey, why do you think we employed you? We employed you to do work, and that is part of your job. How can you come and sit there, you say you've cleaned my room, but I'm seeing places like that? She was just like, abek, ma, please, She was speaking in French because she was a francophone. Please, no. I should never just get her angry, because she's first of all angry at me. Yesterday, I really pissed her off. So I should stop that nonsense that I'm saying there. I'm not her child. I'm not, like I told her yesterday, I'm not her child. She too, she's not my child. So I should stop talking whatever thing I'm saying there. Why do we like to exaggerate like that? Why do we like to exaggerate like that? Why do we like to overdo things? So she's supposed to carry the mattress. Why could I not do it? And I was like, hey, God, is this not me who carries this thing every day? So because of one day we don't carry it, can't you carry it? Why would you come and say you've cleaned the room when you have not done it? She was just talking, and see, guys, she could talk for Africa. So when she started talking too much, she basically outshone me. I just stopped talking and I was looking at her. She was screaming at the top of her voice, guys. I did not say anything. I was just looking at her like that. She screamed, scared the kids. The kids ran and came and they were holding me. Mommy, why is she shouting at you? I just tried to calm them down. I was like, no, it's okay. She's not shouting at me. We're just discussing. I calmed them down, guys. I just wore my kaba, and went to my landlady's house, cause to go and talk to the woman that brought her to me, because all these things had been happening for over the 7 months. I hadn't talked to the woman because I just wanted us to handle it like it's something inside the house. Let's handle it between each other. I did not want any extra person. But at this point, I could not take it. See, guys, I cannot remember the last time I was mad like that. I was so mad on that day. I went and met that woman. I started explaining everything to her. She was so embarrassed. She was like, oh my God, she doesn't know what to say. But she'll talk to the woman. So I was actually surprised that the woman said my nanny hadn't said anything to her, though I really do not believe that. But she said my nanny hadn't said anything to her, so she was going to talk to her. And I was like, okay, no problem, just go ahead and talk to her. I came back on that day. The woman, my nanny, on that day, she had come at 9, and normally her time to close was 4. So she bathed the kids by 3 and she was going, and I was like, no, ma, you cannot go now. Like, your work ends at 4. I've told you before, if your work starts at 8 first of all, and then you come at 9, no, that we're adding 1 hour because you have to work for that time, right? She just started grumbling again. I started talking, oh my god, we are so inconsiderate, such a harsh boss, blah 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 blah. She talked, opened the door and left. Inside my heart I was just like, if this woman has gone, she should not come back. Like, if she has gone, she should go. If she's coming back, I have to have a talk with her, because at this point I cannot take it anymore. Like, I was already like, no, I cannot. See guys, I can take everything. She was doing so many things. There were so many things that she used to do, and I just used to overlook them because I was like, no, I want this woman to stay. But when she started disrespecting me, that was when I was just like, no, I cannot do this. I can take all the other things, but you see this disrespect, it's not my thing. I cannot deal with it. So the next day she came. The woman, normally, like I said, she used to come late. So on that day, where she used to come, she'll never meet my husband, because my husband goes to work by 7, when he drops the kids off, he just goes. So on that fateful day, she came very early. By 5 minutes to 7, she was already coming, and then my husband was driving out. So she motioned my husband, like, my husband should stop. I saw her saying something to my husband, and my husband later that my husband told me that she was trying to tell him that he wants to talk to her about his wife. And my husband was like, see, please, I don't have anything to talk about my wife with you. If it's about your work, you go and talk to my wife. So the second she entered, I was already waiting for her. I just said, Mama, kindly sit down. She sat down, and I started talking to her. I just told her that, see, when you come to my house, I respect you. The least I want from you is respect in hypocrite in return. Like, if I respect you, you respect me. You can do everything. You have done so many things that I just ignore, you get. But when it comes to this, I cannot take it. You have been disrespecting me for like a month straight, and it's getting too much. I cannot handle it. If you know that you are tired of this job, you don't want to do this anymore, you cannot respect me, you have lost respect for me, it's okay. Just tell me. We move on. It's clean slate. No hard feelings. We move on. But if you think that you want to keep working in this house, you have to respect me. I don't have to. Like that, it became so bad that I couldn't ask her a simple question like, have you washed those plates? You have to, or remind her, or tell her you have to weed the front of the house, or you have to do. No, she would scream at me. So I was just like, I cannot do it. So if you know that you can handle it, you stay. If you know that it's too much, you go. When she always had this thing that she interjects when you're talking, she tries to interject. Oh, no. So I was just like, no, you wait. When I finish expressing myself, if you have anything to say to me, I'll give you the chance to talk. So after I finished talking, she was like, okay, Ma, can I talk now? I was like, yes, auntie, talk. So I told her that anything that she has on her mind, she should say, because I'm not one who wants people not to express themselves. So talk. She started talking. See, guys, first of all, that woman, she was dramatic. At that point, when I said she should talk, she just fell on the floor and started crying bitterly. And I was like, oh my god, what have I done to somebody's mother? She was crying real tears. She sat on the floor. I was like, please, I cannot talk to you when you're on the floor, ma. I beg, sit on the chair. She cleaned herself up, sat, and she started crying. And she was talking. She was like, see, she has worked in so many places in her life, and they treat her so well, but she has never ever worked in a place that they treat her like trash.
See, no, you don't take me like your mother. You don't take me like I'm your mother. I have worked in all kinds of places. I've worked in all kinds of places. It hurts me to say this, that you don't take me like your mother. A lot of people ask me, how is my job? I tell them that where I work, I don't have a lot of work, but they don't see it on my body because they feel that I'm supposed to be looking very fresh and happy. But no, they don't see it on my body. They don't see it on my body because you're suffering me. You're suffering me. Je ne mange pas. Je ne mange pas. I don't eat. I don't eat in your house. You don't leave me to eat.
And I was like, what? I don't leave you to eat. I don't leave you to eat in my house. How? She was like, no, I don't leave her to eat. She is so upset because she's constantly hungry. Hunger can kill her in this house. She doesn't eat. And I was like, see guys, I was out of words. Okay, I was out of words at this point because I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, go ahead and explain yourself. What are you talking about? She was like, I talk a lot on food. First of all, the other day, I cook something. She doesn't eat it. She tells me that she doesn't eat it. I tell her that she should go and eat in her house. If she doesn't eat it, she should go and eat in her house. And I was like, okay. She was like, so since I said that to her, she just decided that she was not going to eat again in my house because it just feels like I talk a lot on food. I was like, in what house? See guys, that particular thing hurt me because in my house, guys, food is the last thing any of us, from me, my husband, my kids, all all of us don't like food, we don't eat. So when we even have somebody in my house that can eat, we're just like, please eat, be eating. So her saying that, I was just like, hold up, what are you talking about? She was like, no, we don't leave her to eat. The problem that woman had was this, guys. First of all, she's a francophone, I'm an anglophone. We don't cook in the same way. If you're a Cameroonian, you understand there are certain meals that we don't cook in the same way. I'll be cooking what was I cooking? Was it okongobong? She said I should put jangsa in okongobong, and I was like, Auntie, God forbid, I have never seen anywhere where they put jangsa in okongobong. I cannot do that. I cook ero. She tells me that no, that's not how they cook ero. I'm like, Auntie, but my husband is Bayangi. I've learned from my in-laws. I know how to cook ero. This is how they cook ero. She's like, no, that's not how she cooks her own ero. You cook rice. She says, no, she cannot eat it. That's not how they cook it. I don't eat miondo. I don't. Like, she basically was not eating a whole lot of things that I cook. So, and she was like, okay, see, she doesn't eat those things. She wants to cook her own food in my house. And I told her that it's not possible. She first of all had a problem with me because she kept insisting that she wanted to cook in my house, and I told her, no, you come to my house, wash, clean, take care of my kids. That's your work. After I finish, look at my picking them. You want to enter my kitchen? No, the only thing she would do is, okay, boil me rice, boil me yam, boil me plantain, fried dodo. And I didn't even like the way she would fry dodo, because she would put the oil like you know, when they put oil on the fire, you don't leave it to get hot. As she puts the oil, she cuts the plantain, she throws it inside. The oil now gets hot with the plantain before the plantain fries, and you can imagine the way it looked. So I genuinely, I didn't even want her in my kitchen, but she was like, no, if I cook something that she doesn't eat, I'm supposed to leave her to cook her own food. And I was like, no, but you're staying in Douala. If it was that it was a stay in Nanny, and she has that problem of she's not eating a couple of things that I cook, it's okay. I'm going to tell you, okay, take something from the freezer or cook your own small pot, because I know that I'm solely responsible to feed you. But if you come to work in my house, it's not my responsibility to feed you. I don't know, maybe I'll be sounding rude or wicked or anything, but it's not my responsibility to feed you. However, anybody who works in my house, I don't like people working hungry, because sometimes these people who come and work in your house, sometimes they don't even have money to have breakfast. I know that they don't have money to probably have lunch. So I'll tell you, when you come to the house, take breakfast. I tell my nanny every day, she drinks bread and tea every morning when she comes. The person that's working with me now, she drinks bread and tea. When it's lunchtime, as long as I've removed my husband's food, she's the one responsible for her and the kids' food. So for that woman to say that to me till today, it's still be paying me. The thing is still paying me. I'm like, how can you say that? I leave you to enter my pot as you want. But she was like, no, I like to talk on food. I was just like, it's okay, it's okay. She was like, I don't take her like my mother, because if I took her like my mother, I'll be gifting her, I'll be pampering her, I'll respect her, I would leave her to cook for my children. But I don't want her to cook for my children. I was just like, in essence, her whole problem about me was with food. And I just told her that, I told her, Mansi, if your problem is that you want to be cooking, you want me to leave you to be cooking your own food in my house, it's not going to work. I work on the budget every month before I go to the market, and I put food in there. I have done it, because there was this one day where I cooked, and I cooked, I think, jangsa sauce and miondo, and she wasn't eating miondo. I had bought rice for fried rice. You know, wait, those end of month when you know that you're really broke, you have calculated everything, you're just like, let the month come and end. I bought rice for fried rice, plantain for dodo and this. I just bought everything so that I can use it till the last day. Guess what happened, guys? After buying everything, I got okumiondo and jangsa sauce. This woman was not eating jangsa sauce. She went ahead, took that rice that I had bought and boiled it. See, guys, I was broke, I was flat. So I told her, I screamed at her, I told her, you don't do it. Even if you had to cook something, you don't just enter inside my kitchen, because I do my calculations every month, and I calculate. I know that everything is supposed to fit. Then I grind the rest of the money. So you not leave me, so after I ground money, I don't have money now to go and buy rice. So I just noticed that her whole problem with me was food. I told her that, Auntie, it's not going to work for me. If you feel that the only way I'm going to show you that you're my mother, I love you, is for me to leave you to cook whatever you want to cook, leave you to come to my house anytime, you leave you to disrespect me, talking out to my children, Auntie, it's okay, I'm not treating you like my mother, you can go. So after that, she was like, no, it's okay, she understands. That was on a Wednesday. She said she understands. She came to work Thursday. Friday, she came to work. Saturday, she did not come. Monday, she did not come. I was just like, I told my husband that I'm sure that this woman has gone. So I went to the closet. She had a closet where she used to put her things to work. So I went there, I looked, I did not see her kaba, I did not see any of her work clothes, her work shoes, I did not see anything. So I just saw that she had gone. So yes, guys, that is how she left. And I was just like, yeah, thank God, good riddance, like, thank God. And it's so sad that after that woman actually came to my neighborhood, and she was working to people. Like there's a woman that we buy just behind my house. She went and met that woman. I was telling her that girl is such a wicked girl, don't be nice to her. Went to my neighbors opposite, told them I'm a mean woman, I don't give people food. I was just like, see, at one point it hurt me. Then later on I was like, I don't care what you say, I know who I am. I know who I am. Like, see, it hurt me so much because I know what I did for this woman. Her baby, her daughter was like, let me not go into what I did for her, but I feel like I did a lot, and for her to do that, it was so unfair, it was so unnecessary, it was so wrong on so many levels. But it happens. Okay, we move. So yeah, guys, that was what happened. That was how me and this woman, we separated. And from there I was just like, okay, it's okay, I'm done with all these mamas, let me go back to who I'm working with. And I feel like I found my match. We've been together since, is it September? Yeah, since September till now. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So she's been here for 8 months, and I don't have any problem with her, guys. Like, I don't have any problem with her other than that she's slow, but she's slow, she does her work, she loves my kids, she takes good care of my kids love her. Because that, there's one thing I always ask my kids, I always sit behind and I ask my kids, do you like Auntie Mary? Do you like her? How does she treat you? And they never had anything nice to say about that mama. But when I talk to them about, do you like Auntie Blessing, because her name is Blessing, do you like Auntie Blessing, they're always like, yes, Auntie Blessing, we like Auntie Blessing. When she's sick, she doesn't come, they miss her. So I'm just like, Papa God, I hope I've not jinxed it by coming to this channel, because apparently when I talk about people here, things go south. So yes, guys, that is just it. Let's talk more in the comment section. What do you think about this whole my nanny saga? Do you feel like I was being a mean boss? Do you feel like I was being too mean, all that, or do you feel like she had a problem? Let's talk. Okay, let's talk. We learn every day, but come nicely. If you come rude, we root each other. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and Kenna is going to see you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.